All right, this is video number 3. We put it all together. Just a quick recap. Video number 1, we're talking about networking. We talk about setting your 3-month intentions. Then you go from there, getting yourself in rooms, maybe once or twice a week, to start to create these interactions and execute your intentions. The third thing is introduction. You want to, after you set your intention, you get in the room, you want to execute your introduction and fall in love with your name, be excited about your name and your brand name. Okay, welcome to the Basics of Bossing Up. I am Allie Love, and this is where we discuss basic principles in order to create the lives we want. We are talking about networking. This is video 3 and the final video of a 3-part series in terms of networking. Now we are at the point where we're having conversation. I said, hi, my name is Allie Love. I'm the founder of Love Squad. One of the things that gets really overwhelming and what I tend to get anxious about is as soon as I start a conversation, the next thing I think about is exiting the conversation. I'm like, if I get on the phone with this person, how am I going to get off? If I start a conversation with this person, how am I going to end it, right? Your intro and your outro are really, really important. So I want us to think about a storyline, your beginning, your middle, your end. So your beginning is introducing yourself. Right after you introduce yourself, your connector to your middle, you always have to have some story in between the middle of the story, right? Your bridge between your intro is to ask them about them. Hi, my name is Allie Love. I'm the founder of Love Squad. I see your name if they have a name tag. I see your name is so-and-so, or what's your name and what do you do? I'm excited to really connect, right? Be excited about them just as much as you're excited about you. It'll catch them off guard. They're like, wow, this person is really, 1, peppy, or 2, really interesting and interested in me. Ask a question about them. They start to talk about themselves. Dale Carnegie always talks about remembering people's names. I don't know if you read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You should if you haven't, but repeat their name 3 times. Hey, Doug, nice to meet you. Hey, Kathy, great, Kathy. And then you ask them a question and then you say, what do you think about that, Kathy? Whatever your thing is, but in the bridging of, exchange, make sure as you're getting to the middle point, make sure you are saying their name 3 times. It really helps you remember their name and really make a connection. And people love to hear their names. It makes them feel important, seen, and heard. So that's some tactic in networking. Now we want to get to the middle. Your middle is really important. Your middle is your tagline. And you're like, Allie Love, I don't know what a tagline is and I don't have one. It's basically one of your core principles. For me, my core principle, as you know, 1, I talk a lot. 2, I'm very social. 3, I have a business founded on creating community. I truly believe that the catalyst for change is conversation. So that is my middle. Introduction, excited about me, my brand, boom. Kick it off to the person. I'm excited, I'm interested. I say their name 3 times, maybe follow up with a question about their business. And then I pivot to the middle of my story. And this is all happening in seconds. So mind you, this is not a 10-minute conversation, a 15-minute conversation. This is 3 to 4 minutes. So don't get too stressed out just yet. You say, hey, Kathy, I actually believe that, the catalyst for change is conversation. That's one of my founding principles. That's what I do with Love Squad and my personal brand. And I'm really excited to be at this event because we are actually having conversation. How cool is that? Right? You put yourself in a position, 1, you've introduced yourself, you've introduced your brand, you've engaged them by really allowing them to invest in you by opening up and sharing their name, maybe their brand or the reason why they're there. You've also, in your elevator pitch, in your encounter, you've also stated a founding principle that really defines your brand. So you want your founding principle to not only be your brand mission, but also be exactly what the founding, your principles of your product or your brand, right? It has to connect to those things. So when they walk away, you give them power to talk about you. They say like, oh, I just met Allie Love, she's the founder of Love Squad, and it's something about change and conversation. Maybe they don't remember the catalyst for change is conversation, but she does something with like community and conversation, like change and conversation. Okay, that's great. At least they have something that they remember or that you've given them in order to talk about you when you walk away. Because that's what you do when you network, right? They're becoming a resource so they can carry your brand on to other people. Anyways, so that is your middle. Then you continue to talk. They'll probably say, they'll either ask questions, they'll be intrigued, or they'll be curious. Most people are very curious. And again, this is like 2 to 3 minutes, nothing too crazy. Segue very quickly. They'll even offer up their brand mission or whatever and talk about their business. And so they're talking about their business. And let's say, okay, great. Maybe this is someone that I want to network with, but I don't want to spend too much of their time because I only got a little bit of time left in this video and in this venue, and I want to make more connections. Or I just want to wrap this up because this person is cool, but not my person, not a resource for me. So what you want to do is after they kind of respond to that, just be like, oh my God, Kathy, it was lovely to meet you. It was great to, learn about your brand. If there's ever a way that Love Squad and, community and conversation and these events that we do is ever a way that we could connect, let's continue to stay in touch. I'm sure I'll see you around at the event. Maybe we'll just like exchange information before I leave. Or what's your Instagram? If you want that information. Or, you know what, I'm gonna make my way around the room. Just say, give them a detailed like next step for you. Oh, you know what, I probably gotta get home. Gotta relieve the babysitter. It was lovely talking to you. Or you know what, I'm gonna work this room because I'm actually a little nervous and I want to practice my conversation, pitch or whatever. Just be super honest. Just let them know next steps and say it was lovely meeting you, and you exit. Or you ask to exchange information. Instagram, what's your company? I'd love to send you a note. I feel like there's some synergy here, but I don't want to spend too much of your time connecting with me because I know we want to talk to other people, and maybe we'll kind of circle back later. Does that sound great? Really, really, again, when your outro is recapping their name, their business, quoting one thing they said back to you, and then letting them know your next steps. Hey, Kathy, your brand was fishies. I don't know. It was great to hear that you're all about conservation of marine life. My next steps, I'm going to go talk to some more people, and maybe we'll circle back at the end. Or next steps, hey, let me get your Instagram. Let me get the website to your company. May drop you a line of how we connect. Now, I'm going to run a little longer on this video. I encourage you to stay connected for a little bit more. Just give me a couple more seconds. What I want to define really quickly, let me circle this, opportunistic. A lot of people think that when you're networking, you're being an opportunist. This is not the case. You know what people do who have real business? They make real connections with brands and people that are resources that align with their mission and their value, which is why it's essential for you to know that what your tagline is and how it connects to your mission, your founding principles. That's you being authentically you. An opportunist connects with people that can just give them anything they want, right? You're just like, oh, this person can give me something. It's not checking a moral temperature of saying, this brand, this person is exactly who we want to partner with because they believe that the conservation of saving the planet is important. It's particularly marine life based and how single-use plastic is really killing our world. And that is exactly what we talk about Love Squad when it comes to June and July. Our sole mission is to really blow out single-use plastic. This is a connection. This is a networking moment. This is authentic. This is not you being an opportunist. When you come together and create connections, when you create community, when you create relationships, what you end up doing is changing the world. So opportunists, they just get as many people with great followings, with money. They just get all of these things. Anything with large numbers, they kind of bring into their resource or their network. You're networking, you're making real connections in real times that are thoughtful, that are bringing people together to create change that affects everyone positively. Please know the difference. All right, that is my time. I ran over, but I hope that you have comments, suggestions, information. Please share. Conversation is a catalyst for change. So let's converse in the comment section below. Peace out, love. I'll see you later.